Hello everybody and welcome to today's video, and today we are changing the oil in the JCB. Where is it? Do you see it? 403. Make it out. 403 plus. So we're changing the oil and servicing it, aren't we, James?
Are you still there or not?
It's not an easy job changing the oil in this, so but first off you have to take the panel off underneath that James is just doing now. Just hold on with 4 bolts.
Take the last one out, panel falls on your head.
Yeah, he says it right, it does. So that's protecting the engine and all the vital bits underneath the engine. So I need to get that off to drain the oil and get to the filter. So here I have the new oil filter, still in its box. So we try and change the oil in it about every 6 months, roughly. Normally every about 100 hours. Does about 200 hours a year. So it's well packaged. James is struggling. And here we have another box. Now this is the Perkins, because it's got a Perkins engine in it. So we get the oil filters off the Perkins website. I think it's Perkins website anyway. And this is the filter. So it's only very small. And it should have a number on there. Just there. 140517030. I think that's a part number. But yeah, there's one of these under there, so we'll take that off, we'll let the oil out, take this off, and then drain the, put the new one on. Oh, should just pull. Is it stuck off?
It's stuck off! Is it stuck off?
Oh dear.
Just went up like this. Gosh, she's newness, you know.
So I'll just point out now that there is an engine warning light been coming up on the JCB for engine stop light, and we think it could be a sensor for the oil pressure, but to help, we don't actually know altogether, but it's very intermittent how it comes on, but changing the oil might just fix that, maybe, I don't know, but we'll have a go. Did it move? God, there's some shit in there.
Can I get this on camera?
Oh dear, too late.
I would put my hand in it. Hey. Hey. Yeah, right at house door.
Right outside the front door. Oh, that's other, but what did you do with other ones? So these are the 4 bolts that hold this panel on. And if we go underneath,
Oh, don't you want some light on?
the drain plug is, I think that's the drain plug, isn't it? And then the oil filter is under there somewhere. If you can see it. It's there somewhere.
I hope it's there.
We hope it's there anyway. If it's not there, we've got a big problem. Put that oil out.
Wouldn't it be lovely if we had some ramps somewhere?
Oh dear. Can we get impact one on there?
A bit fucking milk, bread and water.
You want to turn it towards me or away from me?
They're coming out.
Oh, it's coming undone. We're fine.
What about your jug?
Too premature with jug. It's not able to turn with the hand yet. This is red bloody art. That's what Axel that, isn't it?
And then I want chopping off on everything. He wants them lads with a card.
Oh.
Wrapped in half.
But they have no problems with drinking oil.
There you go.
Oh shit! It's dropped in the tub.
What?
Oil's burning my hand. Oh, it's red hot.
What? Nuts dropped in
Yeah, it's red hot. It's boiling. Oh, take glove off. Right, so we've had a bit of a disaster. Nuts dropped into the tub. Plug out at sumps dropped into the plug.
There we go.
But we can get it back out. Oil's boiling hot, so it's very important that we do get the oil warm so it comes out nice and slick.
Super slick.
But we think we've probably got a bit warm and it's red hot. Right, so we've nearly drained all the oil out. James is just making on, we're trying to get oil filter off. But we genuinely think that they've made it so hard difficult to get at, so that you give up and you end up paying someone to come and do it. You pay a JCB engineer to come and change the oil because it's that hard to service. It's not built with simplicity and ease of changing oil in mind, this machine. It's probably the worst thing about this actual machine, really. But yeah. Right, so we've transferred the oil out of this tub here into there, and we've got us bung back. So that's a job well done there. We've got it back. That is really hot though. This plug, it's really hot. It's always good to have oil hot when you drain it out because it runs out better. So this is the engine compartment, and that, show if you can make it out. See if we can focus a bit. That there is where we put the oil in. So it's not very easy to get at, but I'll take that cap off now and then we're ready for putting the oil back in. Getting oil filter off has just really upset that lad, so he's walked away from the job. And there we go. It's finally off. So we have to get a funnel and a pipe to get it into that. It's not very easy to get to. But it's normally quite a much pain trying to get it off. It's not very easy maintenance. But we'll put the bonnet back down for now. And we'll put this plug back in.
Oh yeah. plug back in something. Oh, glad you're having productive time, have you?
He's doing quite well now. There we go. Right, so we're ready for the new filter now. So we've got the new filter here. And we just put a bit of grease on the rubber seal. And that should make it easier to come off and seal it better. Well, like we've just found out, it wasn't very easy to take off. We've drilled holes in it. The old filter's definitely never going to be used ever again because there's holes drilled in it, so we could get a screwdriver in to pry it out. So James has done very well to get that off, actually. Try and not knock everything off in the process.
It's not going on. It's not going on, is it? It's going on now. Oh, dear me. I'll be glad when this is over.
You enjoy it, don't you, James?
No?
How do you feel right now?
Words can't describe how I feel.
Of joy or sadness?
Relief
Relief.
at the minute. Probably drive off when you've done this and all oil's spewing out on the floor.
Engine will seize up in process.
Seize up.
Yeah, that's a very important point. Don't ever use an engine when you've drained the oil out of it, because you'll just seize the engine up. I'd only put it on hand tight if I were you.
Yeah, just a bit hard when you've got oil on you. Nothing on there.
Yeah.
Have a go out.
No, I'd leave. I don't know. We'll put some oil in it now. Right, so James is just putting the metal belly plate back on. And here I have my oil. So we've got to use this to get the oil into the engine because it's a bad position for an oil filler cap. So got to get the oil out of the orange one into this, and then we'll keep putting it in. It should take up about a gallon of oil roughly. Right, so we're topped up with oil. We'll just pull the dipstick out now. And well, you can see that. Well, it's just below the H mark there. So it's got enough oil in. Can always top it up in a day or two when it's filled the oil filter up, because that's empty at the minute. But we'll just put the cap back on. The cap goes on down there. Well, you can see that. I've dripped a bit of oil on the engine bay just there, but it should be all right. It's just difficult to get to there. And James has got the guard back on underneath. so we'll just give it a grease round now. So this here is the hydraulic oil gauge. So as you can see, it's near enough full on hydraulic oil, so that doesn't need that can be left alone. You know, it's a lot low on oil, so we won't touch that. Yeah, so we'll just grease round it now, and that'll be... Oh, we'll just check it for water while we're here. There's a little glass there, if you can just make it out there. So it's full on water. You can see it's got a blue colour to it. That's the antifreeze. We'll just grease around it now. Right, so next job is we've got an electric grease gun. Very good these are. We've had this a couple of years now. I could definitely recommend getting one if you're ever thinking of getting one. This one's actually Makita, so if you can make that out. It says it there on the battery, it's Makita electric grease gun. It's a good one. So we're just going to grease round it now. Oh, and we've just put a sticker there in the windscreen, if you can make it out, there we go. There, it just stated, it comes with the oil filter. So that just comes with the oil filter, and I think it's very handy. So we put the dates that we've changed the oil and how many hours are on the clock. So when we come like 6 months time, we'll know how many hours it's done, and you know it's coming up to its service. So yeah, we'll just grease it now. So mainly, I'll just turn the camera around and you can see where the grease nipples are. So we've got grease nipples there on 2 ball joints, grease nipple there on the ram that's for steering, and then the boom's got a lot of grease nipples on it, and then there's 2 on either end of the prop shaft underneath. But with this being an articulated machine, it means that there's no grease nipples on the wheel bearings. There's no universal joints on each wheel, because the wheels are fixed. It just pivots in the middle. So there's no grease nipples on the wheels. So it's quite good on that point of view. There's less maintenance on the wheels. There's no universal joints to go wrong. So yeah, we'll just go round it now with a grease gun. Just in case anyone wants to know where I got the oil filter from. So that is the part number of the oil filter, and that is the company it's come off, Parts 4 Engines at Sheffield, so not a million miles away from here. But yeah, that's the oil filter that this JCB takes, because it's got the Perkins engine in. And that's the oil filter it requires. Right, so that is the JCB 403, all serviced up. It's had its oils changed in the back end, in the engine, and we've greased all the boom and the pivot in the middle, the pivot steer. So that's all oil changed, greased up. It's all serviced up now, so it should be. We grease it about once a month-ish, between a month and every 6 weeks. It's used nearly every day at this time of the year. Well, going into winter it is anyway. So next job we're going to do with it is, you can tell it's quite dirty, so we're going to go and give it a wash with a steam cleaner. So got a bit of diesel in there. Where am I? For that orange tub there, that yellow tub, we've got some diesel in that for the steam cleaner, and we're going to go and give it a good old wash, because it deserves it, really. It's just mainly around the wheels and underneath. As you can tell, it dropped a lot of debris when we took the panel off underneath. And that's purely because it's very close to the ground. Go up and down the roads occasionally with it. And yeah, it just picks up muck and it gets stuck underneath, basically. And then just end at boom. Just wants to do a wash. Won't take long, but that's what we're going to do now. So I'll try and do a bit of a time lapse of me giving a wash really now. I'll call this the end of the video then. We've given the JCB a good head wash. So we've changed the oil, we've greased it, we've checked the oils from the waters in it. They were all fine. And then we've given it a steam clean off to finish. Should probably have washed it and then greased it, because water then gets in the grease joints, but it'll be done again in a few weeks time, so it's not the end of the world. I will admit now, it's not going to win any awards for how clean it is, with how good I was at steam cleaning it and washing it off, but it'll do for the time being. It is a working machine at the end of the day, and it's part of its job is to get mucky, because it's mucking out calves on a regular basis, it's mucking out calving pens, cattle pens, it's mucking them out. So yeah, at the end of the day, it is its purpose here is to get mucky. It's to work in muck. So getting mucky is part of its job really. So, but it is very handy to just keep it on regular maintenance, you know, maintain it regularly and keep it clean, keep it washed off and what have you. So if you've enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe below as well. And I hope you've enjoyed this little maintenance and washing of our little JCB, because personally we would be lost without this machine. It does a lot and we rely on it a lot, so it's very important that we look after it. So hopefully it does. We've had it 2 years, so hopefully it does many more years servicing. So yeah, I'll see you in my next one. See you, bye.